Hi, PJ. Congratulations on your new film, Who to Become. And this film is not just about pandemic movie, but it introspectively looks into one's culture, one's identity, one's traditions, and social injustice. So, can you tell us what inspired you to make this film?
Well, interesting enough, the film begins with the definition of the word kapwa, which I'm sure you are familiar with that word. To me, it's a more recent word that I learned of, just within the last couple years. And that idea of the word kapwa, which for those listening, if you're not familiar with it, is a Tagalog word or a Filipino word that maybe doesn't fully translate into English, but loosely can translate to togetherness or shared identity or common bond between people. And for me, that was kind of a guiding principle making this film, this idea of we're all living through this unprecedented time period where there is a lot of turbulence, division, differences of opinions, a lot of just things happening in the world. And this being an opportunity to remind ourselves of what really does kind of bond us together. And I chose specifically to look at this younger generation of Filipino American women here in Texas.
Mm. And this is another film that's acquired by Array of Ava DuVernay and will be streamed on Netflix this December. Congratulations. What
Thank
does it
you.
mean to you as a Filipino American filmmaker?
I mean, partnering with Array is amazing. To be working with a organization and company that is led by these fierce pioneering women of color is incredible, and it just is really an ideal partnership considering the film centers the voices of these young Filipino American women. And for me, it's super exciting because as a filmmaker, I'm making films that I want to be seen to the rest of the world. And I think sometimes when we're making films from diverse communities and different voices, that's maybe challenging some of more of the mainstream representation of different communities. There's this assumption that we're only making films for certain people, when in fact we really want everyone to see it and to understand our experiences. So to be working with Array and having the opportunity to release the film on Netflix for millions of viewers is really a dream come true.
Mhm. And so, what challenges did you encounter in making this film, and how did you choose the three women in this movie?
Yeah, I think some of the challenges making this film was knowing that these protagonists would be having these very challenging conversations with close loved ones, family members, community members who were holding maybe different opinions and perspectives. And I think that is something that I see very unique to the experience of many Filipino Americans and children of immigrants, maybe first generation communities, where you recognize there is a difference in your experience and perhaps background, and you're still trying to figure out a way to be honest and truthful about how you feel about something, but do not want to come across as being disrespectful or do not want to appear as you're, talking back to an elder, for instance. And I think, some of the challenges are figuring out how to navigate that sensitive terrain with a lot of love, care, and respect. And so I think for me, one of the challenges making the film was also making sure that the three protagonists felt that they were in that moment of trust and vulnerability and ultimate care with us as the filmmakers to kind of enter that really vulnerable and intimate space.
Mhm. Did you encounter the same reactions from your own elders or parents?
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story. So, when I first screened the film, in the first weekend we screened it in Los Angeles, and then 2 days later we screened it in San Francisco at CAMFest, Center for Asian American Media, their film festival. And my family lives in Northern California, so my family came. And it was just a really meaningful experience. And my mom kind of during the end credits grabbed my arm, congratulated me, and said, I hope everyone who sees this film understands truly what it is to be a Filipino. And it just made me really emotional. And, as you can imagine, because even after making so many films, of course, I'm always wanting to, gain the respect and acceptance of my own family. So it was really a moving experience for me to see it there, and also a moment for me to just self-reflect about how many years I've been making films now, and to be taken seriously for what I'm doing by my family members is really great.
So what lessons did you learn in this journey of yours?
I think for me, also making this film was an opportunity to think of different ways of filmmaking and storytelling. Um, and with this one in particular, I really wanted to focus on this idea of everyday storytelling, how many of us, through social media platforms, through using iPhones, Zoom calls, different ways, we're constantly expressing to the world and kind of sharing a narrative that we see kind of unfolding in front of us. And I really wanted to capture that. So for me, it was also an opportunity to really give a chance for some of these protagonists to tell their own stories by capturing it themselves. And that was really fun and really exciting. And for me, that's so much what I love about unscripted and non-scripted documentary filmmaking is it's unfolding. And just like we're all reacting to the times, and especially living in unprecedented times right now, it's just exciting to see how people are navigating that and what experiences that they have that are very common for all of us.
Mm-hmm. With your documentary being streamed in Netflix, do you think Hollywood is ready now for Filipino filmmakers?
Hollywood should be ready for Filipino filmmakers because we're here, we've been here, and we've been making work. And whether or not they're ready for it, it almost doesn't matter because it will still be happening.
What do you hope audiences would get after watching this documentary?
We are living in such divided times right now. I hope people will watch the film and feel inspired, get a sense of hope, recognize that there is this younger generation that is trying hard to make change in the world, and that recognizing, these, even though we're thinking about these really big global, topics, that a lot of change can happen just simply at the dinner table, right? Being able to be honest and vulnerable and have this conversation in these smaller discussions is really where things begin.
Mm-hmm. So how do you see yourself 5 years from now, and what are your future projects?
I mean, I already have two more films that are on the way in various stages. I've been trying to keep busy. For me, I get a lot out of making films. It's part of what I am and who I am and what I do. And so hopefully in 5 years from now, you'll see more films from me. And hopefully there will be more Filipino American filmmakers that will be making films and having releases as well.
Congratulations, PJ. Nice talking to you again. And
Thank you.
more power to you.
Thank you. Salamat po.
Salamat. Hope to see you in LA.
Yes, I'll be there probably in January, I think.
Ah,
So since
early
since
January or late?
yeah, maybe early. So since I have you, I recently became the co-chair of the Asian American Affinity Group for the Academy.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Congratulations.
me. Thank you. So it's me and Laura Kim who are doing that. So I'm trying to be a little bit more present for some of the film events that will be happening
Mm-hmm.
in LA, especially leading up to the Oscars themselves. So maybe I'll be in LA a little bit more often.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see you and Ruben if I
Yeah.
get a chance.
Yeah, and also, by the way, Ruben and I are co-founders of the Manila International Film Festival, and
Oh,
we're having
great.
it January 29 to February 2nd. Hopefully, you can come. You know,
Yes,
we're
I would
gonna
love to. I'm gonna
highlight all the movies from the Metro Manila Film Festival that are the 10 films, and all the actors will be here, the filmmakers. So it would be nice for you to, meet them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know this was your project. That is so
Yeah,
great. I'm putting it on my calendar right now.
yeah.
So it is
It's January 29th,
January
February
29th
2nd.
to
And
February 2nd.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we're having at the TCL Chinese Theater and probably DGA gala. And then
I would
what we're
love to come
planning
out
to
for
do,
it.
we're planning to do like power breakfasts with actors,
Okay.
Hollywood actors and the Filipino actors, or Hollywood directors with Filipino directors who are flying over. So I would like you to be involved in that, you know. So hopefully you can come.
I would love to. Janet, if there's a way for someone at your organization or company to write me an official
Invite.
invitation,
Yeah.
then I can apply for a travel grant and get, it'll
Yeah.
help me
Oh, okay. Uh,
pay for it.
is the email that I wrote you, that's still your email?
Yep,
The
absolutely.
Gmail.
And yeah, I really want to do this. I just watched The Missing the other
Oh, yeah,
night
the
and
epic book
I
about
loved
Dolly
it.
Williams.
I
I
loved it. It was so
know.
good.
Number
I was so
eight in
proud of it. Yeah.
number eight in Variety's favorite films for the
I know
Oscar.
it was so well done. And I was just
Yeah.
like, I was actually at Cinemalaya that year, but I didn't get a chance to see
Oh,
it.
yeah. We
So this
usually
film was
go
at
time,
Cinemalaya.
but
Yeah.
this year we weren't able to go. But hopefully next
Yeah.
year we can go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The use of the
But
word
it's
hope. I hope.
yeah, one of the things that reminds me too, just kind of putting everything together, is I don't know if you remember, but one of the first times I met you and Ruben, you invited me to that Oscar animation party, and it was
Yeah.
like so fun. Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
had
yes.
such a great time.
I
So
know. Hopefully, when you're in LA,
yeah,
just let us know so we can go out.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.